It's refreshing to find a movie where the title kind of matches the movie like so well. I will agree that these times were indeed super dark. Two things up first. I can't find a Blu-ray release for this in America, so the best you got right now is DVD quality. So I'm sorry. And second, if you see me sweating, it's like 90 degrees outside. I have to turn off my AC for these reviews. It's gonna happen. Super Dark Times is a 2017 film by Kevin Phillips, co-written by Ben Collins and Luke Wachowski, my two favorite people. I love them. About a group of kids, Zach, Josh, Charlie, and Daryl, who decide to go through Josh's brother's room when he's away in the Marines, and they find a sword, and they decide to go mess around with it. Guess where that leads up to? Things go bad when two of them start arguing, and the rest of the film is about how they deal with the trauma and the consequences of their actions. I first watched this film like late 2017, whenever it first dropped onto Netflix. I only really watched it because I saw the poster and I was like, that looks cool. It had pretty good ratings, so I figured it'd be a safe bet. And I wasn't really expecting it to be one of my all-time favorite movies. As soon as it ended, I hit play and just immediately watched it again. It was just so captivating, and it's become, like I said, it's a solid thriller that I became really obsessed with, and somehow got the writer Luke Wachowski to follow me on two different Twitter accounts that I've made. He was the only reason I had Twitter for as long as I did. After he left, there was no point. There's a big theme of innocence being lost, I guess if that's the right term for it, in the wake of a violent event, and it really runs with it for each of these characters. The kids who, while trying to just live their lives and having some issues with each other, go from being really, seem like they're having a good time, having fun, to now having to deal with what happened. Each character takes their trauma in different routes, they handle it differently, and while the film only focuses really on one character, Zach, they still, man, I really fucked up something here. They still show how each of the different kids are dealing with the event. It gets a lot of comparisons to Mean Creek, I've noticed, but it's only really one element and it happens pretty early on here. But it is a coming-of-age story with a really dark moment, dark elements. I mean, hence the name of the name of it, the super, yeah. Zach, played by Owen Campbell, is our main character. He does a very good job showing the building guilt inside of Zach, showing how he handles the event and how it starts to fuck with him when he's just trying to live. Some things start going well for him in the middle of it, and something that he would view as something beneficial to him, something that he wants to deal with, is now being interrupted by this terrible feeling that he's dealing with inside, and it starts to ruin his relationships with people. Charlie Dahan does a really great job as Josh. I fucking love Charlie Dahan and everything I've seen him in, pretty much. He does a really great job at showing how Josh goes a completely different route than Zach and everyone else, really. He becomes much more of an isolated person, slowly figuring out that he has way more power than he used to have now that has the sword. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit of a stretch for some elements of the film, but I've been so engaged by this film every single time that I just ignore it every time. It feels so good in the moment that I don't even care, and that's really all that matters. It's when you go back into it with that in mind, I still forget about it because I'm just fully engaged by wherever the story's taking me. It's really nice. Kevin Phillips is someone that I've really been hoping would make a lot more stuff. The way he directed this was very fantastic, and him and cinematographer Eli Bourne created some very beautiful images that really capture the tone of the screenplay very, very well. Phillips, being a cinematographer originally, worked on a bunch of different things, including two Childish Gambino music videos, and recently he directed the collection of music videos for the Lumineers on their new album 3, which I don't really like the Lumineers, but I will say that I really enjoyed the music videos and I thought it helped out the music a lot. And I've revisited some of them a few times over. Speaking of music, the score by Ben Frost. I don't know why I say things the way I do. He uses a lot of distorted ambience in his work. It creates a very tense and frightening vibe that works really, really well with the film. I know I'd love this film regardless of like whether or not he did the music, but it really does take it like a step above what it could have been normally. Ben Frost also just does some fantastic work. I'd really recommend looking into some of his like personal stuff. Unfortunately, like I said, there's no US Blu-ray for it. All your options really are DVD and digital. There is a German Blu-ray, but it's Region B instead of Region A, and the drive that I have is Region A, so I can't really do anything with that. My regular Blu-ray player is region free, but you don't care, and it doesn't matter. In the end, it's a movie that I completely fell in love with, and I've been obsessed with for years. It's probably just a me thing, if I'm being honest. Like, when I get obsessed over a movie, it's normally not one that a lot of my other, well, it's not really one that a lot of my friends really love as much as me. Like, I love Mandy, I'm pointing to the poster right now for it. I love Martin. I really think those are fantastic movies, but I know I'm not like a great voice in saying like whether or not something's actually good because I get obsessed with things really easily. But they just speak to me. So hopefully this speaks to you. I don't know. It's definitely at least worth a watch, and hopefully you'll enjoy it as much as I did, or at least a little bit, because you should get something out of it. It's a fun movie, and made by people who are genuinely pretty cool. Ben and Luke went on to go write for The Night House and the Hellraiser reboot, which I really love both of those. I don't know where I was going with that, but they've gone on to make good things, so yeah. Damn, I've only been recording for 10 minutes. This is gonna be a short video. I don't know how to end this. I'm starting to get too warm. Goodbye. Where